Hey guys, welcome to another exciting video from our channel. Today in this video, we'll be discussing the brand new Toyota GR Corolla. We'll get into the details, the specifics, price range, and much more. So make sure to stay tuned until the end to find out. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates and videos. The long-awaited GR Corolla hot hatchback has been unveiled globally by Toyota. Toyota is targeting the Honda Civic Type R and Volkswagen Golf R with its 304 HP Corolla. Along with the Toyota GR Yaris, Toyota GR Supra, and Toyota GR86 sold abroad, the hot new take of the Toyota Corolla joins a rapidly expanding lineup of hot Toyotas developed by the Gazoo Racing Performance Division. The Corolla GR is the most powerful Corolla ever sold in the world, with its power output. With all the overt teasers Toyota has been dropping, we've known about the GR Corolla for quite some time. Part of it was to generate excitement, but it was also due to the fact that the car had been delayed for a year. Not by a shortage of chips or a pandemic, but by Toyota CEO Akio Toyoda. He insisted on personally signing off on the GR Corolla, and when he wasn't satisfied with the final tuning, he returned it to GR for additional work. The boss has strong feelings about how a sports car should feel, as we've heard before, and he wanted the GR Corolla to feel like a street-legal rally car. The biggest challenge building this car was Aiko Toyoda's targets. GR Corolla chief engineer Naoki Sakamoto told Motor Trend. Toyota didn't just slap GR Yaris parts of the Corolla hatchback and call it a day after appeasing Akio with tuning and returning. To compensate for its larger size and curved weight, the Corolla gets a more powerful version of the 1.6-liter turbocharged i3 found in the Yaris. What was already the most powerful production 3-cylinder engine in the world has now been boosted to 300 HP and 273 pound-feet of torque, producing an additional 43 HP and 8 pound-feet of torque in this tune. Engine is port and direct injected with a ball bearing turbo integrated into the exhaust manifold, large exhaust valves, and piston cooling oil squirters, similar to the one found in the GR Yaris. A more efficient exhaust system with a 3-piece, 3-tip muffler is credited with some power gain according to Toyota. 2 outboard round outlets flank a central oval-shaped outlet as the exhaust exits the Corolla's tail. A valve opens the center outlet at high RPM, bypassing the mufflers for low back pressure. The rest comes from small changes to the pistons and software tweaks to optimize the combustion process for the new exhaust system. Peak power isn't reached until 6,500 RPM, and peak torque is maintained between 3,000 and 5,550 RPM, so mid-range power should be strong, similar to the GR Yaris, and accompanied by preference for being revved out at the top end. The GR Corolla has a better weight-to-power ratio of 10.8 pounds per horsepower than the smaller GR Yaris, which had a ratio of 11.1. The rest of the GR Yaris gear is still in bulk. Yes, the GR Corolla will only be available with a 6-speed manual transmission and Toyota's new GR4 all-wheel drive system with adjustable torque split. Automatic rev matching is available on the transmission, which should be as simple to disable as it's on a standard Corolla hatchback. To handle the increased power and weight, the transmission and all-wheel steering system have been strengthened. There are currently no plans for an automatic or dual-clutch transmission, but if demand is strong enough, the company will consider it. The front and rear Torsen mechanical limited slip differentials are included with the performance package on the Core Grade and the Circuit Edition respectively. During cornering, both models use their brakes to lightly grab the inside wheels to help induce yaw. The GR Corolla's all-wheel drive system, like that of the GR Yaris, can be set to a 60/40 street, 50/50 track, or 30/70 off-road front-rear torque split depending on the surface and driving style. Depending on how tightly it's locked up, a center coupling sends more and more power to the rear end, allowing for a manually adjustable torque split. Toyota hasn't specified a 0 to 60 miles per hour time, but given the improved weight-to-power ratio, the same drivetrain, and the same Michelin Plot Sports 4S tires, it should be on par with, if not slightly faster, than the GR Yaris. Another thing to keep in mind for STA fans, the fastest we could get the outgoing STI to 60 miles per hour was 5.7 seconds, owing to changes Subaru made that prevented a redline clutch dump launch. Isn't it pretty cool? The GR Corolla is about more than straight-line speed, as the newest and now only street-legal rally car in the market, with the Ford Focus RS, Mitsubishi Evo, and now the Subaru WRX STI have moved on to that terrific gravel pit in the sky. The wheels are located by McPherson struts in the front and control arms in the rear, which is supported by circuit-tuned springs, anti-roll bars, and KYB shocks. Sakamoto claims that the ride is firmer but not harsher. The body roll has been reduced and that the roll center has been moved closer to the center of gravity. To improve weight balance, the front axle suspension crossmember has also been lightened. The Michelins are square 235/40R18 size on all four corners with gloss black 15-spoke 18-inch wheels in every car. 4-piston fixed calipers and 14-inch vented and slotted rotors in the front and 2-piston fixed calipers on 11.7-inch vented rotors in the back handle braking. It has a proper mechanical handbrake, which is even more important. All of this is mounted on a more traditional platform than the GR Yaris, which combines Toyota's TNGA-B and TNGA-C small car platforms. The GR Corolla is made entirely of TNGA-C, just like the standard Corolla, but technicians on the dedicated GR assembly line at the Multimedia plant hand-assemble it, adding 349 additional welds and an additional 8.9 feet of structural adhesives to stiffen up the body, much like the GR Yaris. To make the standard Corolla hatchback chassis stiff enough for track duty, extra bracing is installed in the floor. If you think Toyota didn't take the GR Corolla seriously, keep in mind that the GR Yaris had to be converted from a 4-door to a 2-door car in order to compete in the FIA World Rally Championship. The GR Corolla is exempt from those rules, and it retains its 4-door design, but it's otherwise just as focused and refined as its smaller sibling. Sakamoto also wants to emphasize that while the GR Corolla is capable off-road, it was built and tuned specifically for the racetrack. As a result, it lacks additional ground clearance and underbody protection, except a few lightweight panels designed to create a flat floor for better aerodynamics. All of that hardware had to be crammed into a small hatchback, so it had to be stretched out a little. The GR Corolla is 1.5 inches longer, 2.4 inches wider, and 0.1 inch taller than a classic Corolla hatchback, thanks to its aggressive new bodywork, all of which Toyota claims is functional. It's also heavier for the same reason, weighing 3,249 pounds according to Toyota, which is 250 pounds more than the previous Corolla hatchback we weighed. To be honest, things could be a lot worse. Toyota claims that a lot of effort went into minimizing or compensating for the weight gain. An aluminum hood and front doors, as well as strategically placed high-strength steels in the chassis, are specifically mentioned. A forged carbon fiber roof is also included in the Circuit Edition cars, which is said to have ounces. Although more light weighting was possible, Toyota wanted to keep the price as low as possible. The Corolla is also 16.2 inches longer, 1.8 inches wider, and 0.1 inch shorter in height than the GR Yaris and weighs about 350 to 400 pounds more. In a straight line, the extra power compensates for the size and weight, but it'll be interesting to see how the extra mass and 3.1 inch longer wheelbase affect handling compared to the spirited GR Yaris. Every GR Corolla replaces the standard instrument cluster with a 12.3-inch TFT screen that includes gauges recommended by Toyota's pro drivers, such as drive mode and torque split, boost pressure, and gear position. The shifter has been repositioned to make it easier to reach. The lever and throws have been shortened, and additional cable bracing has been installed to improve feel. All GR Corollas come with the new Toyota Audio Multimedia system, which is a significant improvement over Toyota's previous infotainment system. A voice-activated digital assistant, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and over-the-air update potential are all included on the 8.0-inch touchscreen. During the next full model refresh, the system will be rolled out to all Corollas. The audio system in core-grade cars is 6 speakers, but it can be upgraded to the Circuit Edition's standard 8-speaker JBL system. Automatic climate control, one-touch power windows, and additional heated front seats and steering wheel are also on the list. Another sign that it isn't a stripped-down street-legal race car, Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 comes standard on all GR Corollas, a feature that'll be available on all Corollas in the future. Adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning with lane centering, blind spot warning, innovative collision warning, automatic emergency braking, and other features are included regardless of whether you want them or not. Toyota isn't saying how much it'll cost, but it says it'll be competitive with other 300 HP hot hatches on the market, which all start at under $40,000. The GR Yaris ranges in price from $39,000 to $44,000 depending on the model, so that's a good ballpark figure to work with. The when is a little less difficult. Toyota has stated that the GR Corolla Core grade will go on sale this fall, which we believe means September. In 2023, the Circuit Edition will be released. Toyota expects to sell 6,000 to 6,500 cars per year, but the production may vary depending on demand. So that was all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such exciting content. See you in the next video.